What is up, everyone? Welcome to the first lesson, the first introduction lesson of the full-time GoDev series. I'm actually pretty hyped about this, but also have mixed feelings, right? Because for not everyone knows this, but I already planned to release full-time GoDev a couple months ago, and I actually canceled it. And the reason for this is because I didn't felt really good with it, because I always have the feeling with courses, in my mind, I basically compare them with a scam, because I think a lot of courses are a scam, right? And that's why I didn't feel too good about it, and I thought, let's just cancel it, and I don't want to be that guy, and just continue and leave it like it is. But because a lot of people actually kept mailing me, after watching my YouTube videos, kept mailing me, asking me, hey, please open up full-time GoDev. When does it open? When does it open? Is it going to reopen? When can I enroll? I basically thought, man, I would be a complete idiot if I don't do this, right? If I don't do this. I already had a good couple of videos already out and a very good planning on it. And yeah, so I basically decided to boot this back up, and this is where we are right now, the first lesson, right? The first introduction thing. So basically, what can you expect? First of all, most of the people already watched my YouTube videos, right? So you already know the person, the character I am, the way I teach stuff, and that's basically going to be the same thing in the full-time GoDev program, right? I'm not going to script my lessons, right? Every single lesson is going to be organically. Although I have some red wire, right? Some layout which I'm going to cover. Nothing is scripted, nothing is already been coded, nothing is already been tested. We are going to run into issues. You're going to see me fail. And that's very important, right? Because I think there's a big problem with how people are teaching stuff, even in school and in courses, whatever. And that's basically everything is scripted, everything is laid out, everything is a smooth sailing. And that's not what programming is all about. Programming is all about trial and error and solving problems at the moment they arise, right? Solving problems, debugging problems, coming into issues. Problem solving in general is one of the best and most underrated skill set in programming. And that's exactly what I'm going to teach you, right? So basically, we're going to do a couple of stuff. First of all, I'm going to do some introduction series, some basic stuff about the Golang syntax. So for the people that never wrote any kind of Golang, going to be interesting. So you get up to speed with the syntax. I'm not going to go very technical in depth in these introduction series, because I don't want to overburden you with advanced mechanics, which will basically kill your reward system and basically completely drain your dopamine levels. I'm going to keep it very simple. And along the way of the course, when we are actually making our projects or real world projects, we are going to get more advanced, because I'm going to teach it like you're going to do it in the real world, right? That's what it's going to be. There is no we're going to do it like I should do it for a client, like I did it for companies, and I have a shit ton of programming, Go programming experience, 15 years of programming, and I basically programming Golang before it was already in its first version. It was in beta, and I already did this in production, by the way. It is what it is. Don't believe me. I'm basically, I'm the real deal. All right. So first of all, we're going to have some introduction series. Then we're going to have like an advanced series where I'm going to cover more in depth about interfaces, more technical stuff, more advanced stuff, right? We're also going to have a concurrency channels, a concurrency in Golang episode. And once these chapters are done, like the introduction and the more advanced stuff, which is basically built up on the introduction, then we're going to dive into JSON APIs, HTTP servers, how to do that, right? That's what we're going to do. We're going to interact with MongoDB and all that stuff. We're going to build a project in that, right? A complete project. We're going to Dockerize that stuff. It's all going to, the source code will all be on GitHub. So that's going to be pretty fine. Pretty easy to follow for you. It's going to be a private full-time GoDev repo where you all have access to. That's that, right? After that, we're going to go into the microservices. Very important. JSON APIs, microservices is basically where Golang shines, right? So we're going to make a microservices stack. We're going to write a couple of microservices. We're going to make a gateway. We're going to make a project. We're going to let them communicate. We're going to Dockerize all that stuff. And that's that's the thing with the microservices stuff. And after that, I'm also going to give you some hint and tips about how to land a job, what's important, because I had a company myself. I did some interviews myself, and I did some interviews myself as a developer for other companies also. So I know what these guys are looking for. I know what needs to be on your resume, and I also know what doesn't need to be on your resume, right? Because a lot of people make the same mistake of putting everything in there, and they're just gonna grab your file, they're gonna read it, and they're gonna say, they're gonna read beginner, starter, junior, and they're gonna throw it away. So you need to delete all these keywords from your resume. And of course, I also give you a bonus content, which is the blockchain series, which is basically not available on YouTube. It's only on Patreon. So you guys also gonna have that complete series, which is a very advanced, but after completely finishing the program, that should be the cherry on the cake or on the pie or whatever, whatever that works, whatever that word is, right? All right, so the first thing we're going to do is install Golang. So normally I'm not a big fan of teaching how to install stuff on your PC, but we're going to do it anyway. So basically, if I do which go here, which go, what's going on here, man? Cannot type, clear, which go. We're going to see go not found, and if I do go version, you're going to see command not found go. Basically, I deleted, I uninstalled Golang. Right, so let's install it. How do we do that? Very simple. Let me open up my thingy here. We go to godev/download, and you could see a complete list of the latest version of Golang, which is 1.20.2. And if you're on Mac, you need to have the Darwin stuff. If you're on Linux itself, you need to have the 386 or the AMD 64, depends on your machine. If you're on Windows itself, natively Windows, I'm not going to cover that. Windows is BS. It's just for game development because there is no other option. Don't use Windows. Use WSL2 if you're on Windows, if you don't have a Linux machine, which I do, because reasons. And if you're on WSL2, it's basically the same thing as Linux, right? You need to choose between 386 or the AMD 64, depends on your machine. I'm on Linux, I'm on WSL2 with an AMD 64 machine, so I'm going to right-click and say copy link address, and then I'm going to do a wget here, paste that in, press enter, and it's going to basically download it into the current folder I am, which is my root. If you do ls-all, you could see we have this red thingy here, which is what we download. Now we need to untar that. How do we do that? We say tar -xvf, and then we're going to say this go thingy here, that red, press enter. It's going to untar that, everything inside of my folder here. You could see it basically extracted this Go folder, right? So what are we going to do? We basically go into mv. We're going to do sudo move this Go folder into user, I think it's local. Yes, user local, press enter, which Go, boom, and you could see Go is installed, Go version, boom. It's working pretty fine. So very important thing is, not quite sure, maybe I need to show you guys this. Where am I actually? Let me open up my Vim. Whoa, this took some time, eh? Let me see. Do I have a profile? I don't. Let me see if I can. Do I have a bash? Bash RC maybe? Do I have something here? Probably not. Cargo. I'm just thinking if we need to set a Go path. I don't think so, basically. Okay, not too. I think we're good, to be honest. If you run into issues, if it's set like go root not found, then you basically export a go path, a go root variable, and you need to point it to basically /user local go bin. But not quite sure. For me, I think it works out of the box. Maybe I have some hidden thing. Maybe it's Z. Let me try this run real first, right? Not quite sure. I don't want to. Do I have my go root here? I don't have profile. Look at his source profile, but do I have a profile? That's the question. Let me see. Profile. Is this my profile? This is. I don't think I have anything set up for Go, to be honest. I think it just works out of the box. This is my Vim thingy. This is my home. Go bin. This is basically some shenanigans I need to do. Aha, this is what you need to do. Look at this, right? You have this export path is user local go bin. That's what you need to do, guys. So it's this one, right? This thingy, this line here, export path is path user local go bin. Put that into your profile, put that into your bash or C or whatever thing you're using. This is very important. This you need to export, otherwise it won't work. Do it like that and you're saved, right? Cool, that's basically going on. Right quit, to be honest. Boom. Let's do again Go version, and it's working pretty fine. Well, so basically 10 minutes introduction. We install Golang. There is no much more into it. It's just installing that stuff. Set your path, and you're good to go. Well, I see you in the next lesson. Thanks.